before you can run Institute of Distance Learning in any university, you must get NUC approval. And that entails NUC team coming to your institution for what we call pre-validation exercise. So when he came on board, I was appointed the director of Institute of Part-Time Studies, and to God be the glory, we achieved, a lot of tremendous, let me say, successes, achievements in Institute of Part-Time Studies. So February 2023, I was appointed the director of that center. So that center now controls two institutes, Institute of Part-Time Studies and Institute of Distance Learning. That was when I began a process for pre-validation of NUC. We started in 2024 March. NUC team came to assess our facilities for the distance learning. They scored us 70%, but they said the remaining 30% we have to work on it, and hence we could not start. I rejigged my effort again, assembled my team. I attended a lot of trainings. In fact, I want to give kudos to Professor Sunday Abayomi Fashino. He really invested much in this particular program in terms of training and human development. I've been to the UK 2 times now for training on, distance learning education. I've been to Abuad, ABU. I've been to Unilag twice. So, and all these experiences and all the knowledge garnered from all these trainings assisted me in my second stint of trying to kind of get the approval from NUC. We prepared, and in July 2025, NUC team came again for the second pre-validation visit. And to God be the glory, August 14, 2025, we got approval from the NUC to start Institute of Distance Learning. And I was appointed. Then the university now felt that we needed to unbundle the center so that we can have Institute of Part-Time Studies separately and Institute of Distance Learning separately, because that is one of the criteria and that was one of the conditions given by the NUC team. They said Institute of Distance Learning cannot be matched with any other institute. It has to be a standalone institute. So the university acceded to that and they unbundled the center, and in the wisdom of the Vice Chancellor, he felt I'd already built Institute of Part-Time Studies very well, because I started from 0 students. Currently, the population of students in Institute of Part-Time Studies in Federal University of Ekiti is around 7,200 plus, making that university one of the fastest growing university running part-time program in Nigeria.
The Institute of Part-Time Studies, as well as the Institute of Distance Learning, are both part of the legacy project.
Yes, of Professor Sunday Abayomi Fashino. The part-time has grown. So he felt with the 7,000 plus students we now have there, go and pioneer another one. Let another person continue from where you stopped at Institute of Part-Time Studies. So I was moved to go and pioneer Institute of Distance Learning again, and this is where I am today.
So how long ago did the Institute of Distance Learning take off?
Yeah, we can say officially August last year, because that was when we got the NUC approval. And the NUC approved only one course for us. That's the tradition. When you are starting distance learning, NUC will only give you approval for one course, and they gave us approval for a business administration. So we are only running BizAdmin for now. You have to run that one for a session, at least a session, before you can now apply for more courses.
And the session is on?
The session is on. Applications are online now. People have already started applying.
So when you say distance learning, how does it operate?
Okay. You see, the structure of distance learning is not complex at all. You see, Now, this is the area where Nigerian universities are still backward. I can tell you, because I've visited a lot of countries, I've seen a lot of programs. Let me tell you, the best universities in the world, they thrive on their distance learning program. University of London, we have been to severally, they have more than 50,000 students distance learning. Students across distance learning students, more than 50,000 across the globe. They have students in Indonesia, China, like that. So ODL education, which we call open distance and e-learning education, that's what we call ODL. So it's the in now. You don't need to be coming to interact, physical contact with lecturers before you can get your degree. Degree should be much more flexible with the technologies we have around now. So, but I thank God now that it's like Nigerian universities are now keen to this direction gradually. See, now with FUOYE coming into the fold now, we are following the structure of NUC. According to NUC, distance learning will operate on what we call dual approach of teaching, which we call blended teaching. 30% physical and 70% online. So the 30% physical now, we enable the students to come to the campus for 2 weeks or thereabout. They will do revision for all the courses they have learned online.
Each semester?
Yeah, each semester. So at the end of the semester, just 2 weeks or thereabout, they will come. They will give them revision and they will write exam, physical exam.
Okay, exams are written physically?
Physically. But tests, assignments, lectures, online. So it's only during that 2 weeks that you can, somebody that is working can arrange his vacation. Just 2 weeks in the whole year, in the whole semester. It's not too much. Just come down, do your revision, write your exam, and go back till the next semester again.
So talking about online, how exactly is it done online? You have people on WhatsApp as online?
Yeah, yes sir. Thank you very much. Yeah. It's, you know, with the technology we have nowadays, there are so many methodologies of teaching. You have Google Meet, you have WhatsApp, you have Zoom, name it. And FUOYE leverages on technology. In fact, there is this Ultramunda Fashion and Conference Center that the Algate Fashion VC built with the state-of-art facility. Our ICT center too. That place, once you are there as a lecturer, you can be talking to all your students across the globe. They will be seeing you, you know, doing whatever you want as if they are in the class with the facilities in those two edifices. And again, we run on what we call a robust LMS, learning management system software, that we are going to be using with our portal. That LMS enables lecturers to interface with students via modules, via what we call different forms of platform. Immediately a student pays all the necessary fees, you will have access to your student portal. From your student portal, all the courses you are going to take for the semesters are already there. Once you click on the course, it will take you to all the features of the course and the lecture materials available. You will have video, audio visual, you have the one that is soft copy that you can download there. So if you want the hard copy too, what we have done is to partner with some institutions across the country, which we have given them the mandate, or let me say we have opened our liaison offices in those places. We can deposit our hard copies of modules there. So students around those areas can easily go to those institutions, get the modules there, and you know, in our country today, you discover that some people, they still don't want to leave that old way of reading. They still want hard copies. Yes. And that is why all the modules, we make sure we have them in hard copies too. Okay. So, and if you want to download too, the soft copy is available in your on your portal, the student portal. The audio visual, immediately you click on the course, the topic, you will see the lecturer. The video is there, teaching you, you'll be listening, you'll be watching. If it is calculation, you will see the way he's doing everything. You can pause and write, rewind, start. So, very easy. Your assignment will be given to you, it will be marked, you will submit it through the LMS, everything.
So, the distance learning institute is targeted at what area of the population?
Yeah, it's targeted at the working class especially. But now, you see, it is not only the working class now that are, doing a program like this because of the population of students looking for admission in Nigeria today. It may interest you to know that part-time supposed to be in those days, part-time supposed to be for those people working. Yeah. If you get to FUOYE today, I want to tell you that as the pioneer director, you should know that I'm speaking with fact. More than 85% of students there are students that are not working, that are supposed to be in full-time. But because they don't have admission to full-time, that is why they venture into part-time program. So likewise, we will have such people that will be going for distance learning. So because now look, in the last admission, more than 58,000 made FUOYE first choice. That's first choice
throughout the country.
Yes, 58,000 students pick FUOYE
out of
first, and our quota is, if not for the intervention of the VC, it was around 8,000 before, but now we now have 12,000. Even at that, subtract 12,000 from 58,000. So the enrollment, so as to improve the enrollment into our university, that is why we have all these allied programs, part-time, distance learning. It will make education much more accessible, okay, to students.
Okay, now what should be the prerequisite in terms of qualification for people applying for the distance learning institute?
Yeah, it follows the same way. It's the same qualification for full-time. 5 O-level credits in relevant subjects to that particular field. But English and Maths is compulsory. For business administration, because it's only business administration that we have, and there are 3 subjects that are very important before you can run business administration degree: Maths, English, and economics, with any other 2. Once you have that, we will process you and you spend 4 years. 4 years. The normal 4 years they use in full-time program, that's the same 4 years you will use.
Would they also serve?
It now depends. It now depends on their JAMB admission. If they have full-time admission with them, we can process them for service. You get? So, but the normal thing for them is that they will give them NYSC exclusion certificates.
Even if they are younger than 30?
Yeah, even if. Because for now, we are still on it. That's another thing that we, the directors of distance learning program in Nigeria, that is what we are still battling with, so that they can give them free access to go to NYSC. But as we speak today, once they are done, they will be processed for NYSC exclusion certificate. That's what they do. So, but if not for the fun of it and the social aspect of it, we all know that when you want to apply for any work in Nigeria today, your degree, they will write NYSC distance / NYSC exception / NYSC exclusion. They carry the same weight, but because younger ones, they want to feel that experience of service, and that, so that is why we are still engaging the stakeholders. And I know quite all right, they have given us appointment. I think we'll be meeting with the Minister of Education very soon on it, and I know maybe before the end of this year we may have our way on that.
How affordable is the distance learning?
Yeah, distance learning program is quite affordable, and it may interest you to know that apart from the quality of education in FUOYE, apart from stable academic calendar and facilities that we have, and sound facility, good facilities that we have, another thing that endears that particular FUOYE into the heart of students is this thing that you're talking about. Our fees are affordable.
In comparison with the
yes, with other, now for our distance learning, the approved fee structure shows that the tuition is just 150,000. And that 150,000 you can even pay it twice.
Per annum.
Yeah. You can pay it twice. First semester 100,000, second semester you pay 50,000 naira. So it's quite affordable. When we were doing some outreach exercises on this program, because since October now, I have been to different states, localities to kind of sell this program. And whenever we got to that issue of fees, and I was trying to let them know this one, they would say, is it for a semester? And I said, no, not for a semester, because they know what is obtainable, even in the federal universities that are contemporaries. Plus, they know what they charge. But that's FUOYE for you. Our fees are so moderate that you can afford it, and we have even split. You can pay it twice, 100,000 first semester, 50,000 second semester. I don't know.
You are already in the 2025-2026 academic
session, yeah,
which is the very first.
Yeah, that is what we are starting with.
So, is the admission still open at the moment?
Yeah, currently our admission is open, and students are already applying. We hope to, kind of round up all our admission by April, so that although by March academic activities will start like that, running it simultaneously with while the admission is going on for others. So, but it's an online program. There are some features that even when you miss lectures as a student doing distance learning, you have everything in your portal. Even when you miss lecture, you can go there. And again, our modules are so interactive. We don't do handouts the normal way they do. It's the module. It's an interactive one. When you are reading it, it will be speaking to you. That module will place itself in the position of lecturer talking to you. So when you are reading it, we are seeing if a lecturer is teaching you. Okay. Because our modules are developed by ODL experts. ODL experts that are certified by National University Commission. So that's why lecture will be going on. So if you join us, you can still catch up with all the lectures. So we hope that by May we should round up the first semester and start second semester maybe by August. So by God grace, October thereabout, we should finish the session.
So those intending applicants, what is the beginning? How do they start?
You see, there are various entry levels. If you use O level, you spend 4 years. But there are some people that will be coming with direct entry. Maybe you have national diploma, you have NCE, even if you have degree or HND related field, we have chance for you to come in from 200 level, and from there you spend 6 semesters or 4 semesters as the case may be. So it depends on your entry qualification. So, and that is what we are saying, that is opened. It's a game changer for people around this area. All those bankers that are with HND and all this dichotomy between HND and BSc. This is an opportunity for you. You don't need to leave your work. You don't need to. And the convenience, once you have a smartphone with you, or you have your laptop, you connect to internet, all those time you are spending on TikTok, spending on Facebook, log into your student portal, you will see all the course material, read. You don't need to, it won't affect your work. You only tell them at your place of work that in my leave, let me make it 2 weeks for this time, 2 weeks during this period. You do it like that, so that you can come and write exam. So it's a game changer. In fact, not only the bankers, traders, businessmen and women that have their tight schedule, that they are finding it difficult to combine education with their businesses, and they want to be educated. So these people are welcome. The distance learning program is a game changer in terms of accessibility to education, in terms of gaining access to education, and it's also affordable. So when you talk of accessibility and affordability, the Institute of Distance Learning of Federal University of Ekiti is it for you.
Now, your students have to come to the campus. I mean, you said 30%.
For the 30%, yeah.
What is the arrangement for accommodation for such students when they come?
Yeah, that is why when they are coming, we always want to make sure that we do it during the vacation of the full-time students.
Okay.
So they will have vacated the hostels. So those people that are coming, if they are interested in staying on campus, we have hostels that they will use for that 2 weeks during the break of the full-time students. And some people also, they can also fix themselves up in town if they don't want to stay on campus. But we have arrangement with the university authorities to be using the hostels of the students during that period.
So how do students apply, intending students? How do they apply for this program?
Yeah, it's online. Everything is online. The flyer is there. It's online. If you go to www.fuoye.edu.ng, once you enter that website like this, you will see Institute of Distance Learning, part-time, and all those programs. Just click on the link of Institute of Distance Learning. It takes you to our application window straight. Then you can apply. Application form is 25,000 naira, and I think because you will upload your results, charges of all these things, so you will need to spend another 5,000 naira or thereabout on it. So once you purchase your application online, you wait for admission, because what we do, immediately you upload your result, we do automatic verification of result. Our server is connected to NAPTEP, WAEC, NECO. So immediately you upload your result, it will be screened directly from the server of WAEC if you use WAEC. So we know that you are not using fake result. Immediately it is screened and you are okay. We'll get the notification from our portal here, and we'll look at our qualification. And if you are qualified, we'll give you admission. Immediately you get your admission like this, you will see it on your portal. Congratulations, you'll be given admission, and you'll be requested, or you'll be required immediately to pay the acceptance fee, which is 50,000 naira. Immediately you pay the acceptance fee, you'll be able to download your admission letter, and that's all. So for the purpose of your NYC certificate stuff, you need to register with JAMB. Now, JAMB and NYC, they have this synergy in such that even if you run part-time program or distance learning, if you don't register with JAMB, you can't get those NYC certificates. Not that you will write JAMB. Let me say it emphatically again, you don't need to sit for JAMB before you gain admission into Institute of Distance Learning. But when you come in, we now do what we call registration. We just collect your details. With the admission letter given to you by the university, JAMB will register you so that you can be on their portal and you'll be able to get a NYC certificate at the end of the day. So that is the procedure. But you do not need to go and sit for JAMB.
People of the Fountain.